Everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead here with some, drawing practice is, I guess the thing I'm calling it. Basically, I'm just gonna kind of draw stuff for, like, the next while, and that's gonna be that. That's just gonna be how this works. I guess. Never really practiced drawing on camera before, so this will be interesting. Ha! Remember to turn down my audio this time. So now it's not going to pop up on the thing where it's just, you hear me say like, hey, like 30 seconds after I did, because that's what it is on YouTube. Alright, so as for what I'm going to draw, I don't know. I don't think I get this far. But I think because I'm not great at drawing weapons, and I'm also not great at, coloring metal, and like lighting and all that, I'm gonna try, let's see, pretty complex design here. Let me see. I'm gonna try drawing the Blades of Chaos from New God of War, back when they're all like special and whatnot, like the maxed out version. Let's see. Can I find a good picture of it that has all the stuff? All right, I think that'll work. Found one that's like a thing of all the a thing of all the blades. So there's that. All right, let's go from there. Let's see. I can barely see chat. And no one's there anyway. All right. Okay. So, let's just start with a basic shape. Gonna sketch that one out really quick. Let's see. All right. Probably should have done some warm-ups first, but we're going in the hot anyway. Why not? We're going in hot-blooded, everyone. All right. There's that. There's a little hilt part. Kind of. And then we bring that also down here. No. There. All right. There's the handly thing. Make that a little more like straight up stuff as opposed to not. Here, yeah. There, I'll fix the crookedness of that in a moment. Yeah, it's something like this. It's close. All right, so there's that. I tell you what, it's certainly chaotic. Not quite. All right, well, I'll fix that later. Just gonna get a basic sketch for now. Just gonna get a basic sketch, fix it later. That's how we're doing this. All right, so now the handle. I'm gonna use the magic power of the shift key. Yeah, that's about where that needs to be lengthwise. And it also needs to have a little bit of a curved thing right around here. Right around the little graspy bit. This little claw right here. Needs to have something right there. And then also, there's that. Let's see what else. So, let's let me get this little curved thing. And then also this other little curved thing that's part of the hilt. At least I think it's the hilt. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the anatomy of a sword. So I'm gonna have to go with some guesswork on this. I'm not a sword doctor. I'm not even a people doctor, really. So that's a problem. But for now, I'll make do. No, wait, is that... Okay, so this is the head. This is going to be the head of the little serpent thing right here. We're going to call him... Let's see, his name would normally be Midgard Stormer, but, let's call him... Steve? Hey, Napster Blue, okay, I'm drawing the Blades of Chaos or whatever. From God of War. And doing a bang-up job right now. God, it does kind of look like a dick. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like that. It does... I need to add the blade part. In a sec. Alright, and then something crosses in front of that. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's just go ahead and add the skull bit. Because, man, this looks like a penis. Why did I start with the not the blade part? Damn it. Now I'm gonna get demonetized. At least I would be if I was monetized in the first place. Alright, now the blade. Alright, bet. And then also one right around here, just to show me where it is. Okay. And then there is... a 1. No, that's too far in. A 2. 3. There are these little, like, saw things. And then... here... then there's that. And then this one comes down here. Goes up a little bit. There's another little saw bit. And then there's this big one, which should be a little higher up. So I'm just gonna erase that in a sec. Let's see. I have to use a reference, that's why I have to keep switching back between chat and, now I have to switch back between chat and not chat. My reference. It's more like... yeah, there we go. And then... down here... there. Alright, that's the basic shape of the blade. I think. Probably could do with being a bit bigger, but, you know. Sometimes you just kinda need to fix stuff later. Remember, kids, having guidelines helps. It's a good way to figure out where art is. This came out decently so far. I can kind of do shapes. Now for the rest of the hilt, so I don't, like, lose my way and stuff. There's that little eye. Gonna start making the teeth. Bunch of little teeth right there. They do teeth things like biting. And also being teeth. There's the head of the Midgard Swarmer. Here's the tail of the Midgard Swarmer. That hole should be more round. Alright. Okay. That'll do for now. Yep, just a rough sketch for the moment. Because kinda have to for the sake of my understanding of how to draw. And mainly for the fact that I kinda don't. Understand how to draw, that is. Either way. Let's see. Got that. I really should have just put a picture in the frame so that way I don't have to keep switching back and forth between, like, chat and not chat. But either way. Here I am. And then another one right here. No, wait, that, there. Basic sketch, basic sketch. This goes out and curves up a little bit more than the way I have it right now. And then there's... that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Need to add the little curves for where the saw parts go into the blade. And then kind of another little line right there for the blade. As does right here. I'll fix those once I draw the inner part of the blade. Here the lines are a bit more straight down, so there's that. Except for this one, which is a bit more curved. I lied. Let's see. There should also be two little bumps right here. Alright, that's that part. That. I am lisping all over the place. This is an anime sword. This is meant for, the Blade of Chaos from God of War. Or one of the Blades of Chaos, I should say. They come in a pair. They're a matching set. Alright, now let's try to get some better definition on the head of the snake. Or really just all of the snake. Starters, it's more of a circle, so there's that. Let's circleify this. Then I'm going to add the scales. After, or like the ridges in the back, after I fix the head. It's an angry little snake right here, but it's a snake nonetheless. He's angry that he's being drawn poorly. Looking at this, I feel like my main problem isn't so much the, like, the inability to grasp the shape of something, because I've got the shape kind of okay. It's more just, like, finishing touches, I guess, that make it look not great. Maybe I'm not as bad at drawing weapons as I thought. I mean, it's not good, but I thought I was worse. Got little spikes there. Got little spikes over here. Because this is a dangerous weapon with a lot of spikes on it. And those are dangerous. Yep. That's what they are. This should be a little more kind of thinner. Alright. There's that. This will just be kind of long for some reason, which I'll fix in a minute. And this I'll probably also kind of just make that there, and then working on it. We are making progress. There's a line right here for some reason in the middle of everything. Don't know where that came from. Anywho, that's fine for this part as far as distance to the edge of the blade goes. But then over here it goes a lot sharper in the sense that the edge is much further from the actual sword part, the blade part. And then, yep. All right, and over here, now we've got something. Now we're working here. And then this goes under that. Maybe a little too close, but let's see. All right. What else do I want to do? What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and found this sword right in your feet? Well, much like the last guy to have this sword, probably go kill all the gods of Olympus. Sequentially. Or really just start small, you know, kill Ares at first, and then work my way up to killing the rest. So maybe that. Your internet's awful. Sorry to hear that. Seems to be a fairly common thing among a lot of my fans, so maybe it's just that my internet is terrible and it's spreading to the rest of you. Could be. Could be. Maybe this should be less close. Alright. Let's see. How does that look compared to... Kind of. Kind of accurate. But it is a little more straight than this. And then over here we... Nope. Not the right shape. But actually, though, it kind of is. But it's not. But almost. Okay, so we kind of have a very rough version of the Blade of Chaos. Or one of the Blades of Chaos, I should say. This should be more of a straight line. Now what else? Before I go into like the major fixes or like the coloring, I'm gonna start adding the glyphs up here. This should also be a bit more there. We want the top of the blade to be evenly spaced from like across the entirety of this whole thing right here, this little stretch. But at the moment, it's a little tighter on one side than the other. Now for the symbols, which I can barely see because this is not a very high resolution image. Also, there's way more leg room here than I gave it credit for. So maybe something closer to this. Still not quite there. No! Well, it switched my brush! No! Why did it do this to me? What did I do to you? Also, where the hell's the other brush I had? Okay, good. That's about where that's supposed to be. Yep, it's got that huge overhang right there with the stabby bit. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Now, let's see. What else am I gonna draw? It's got like the fucking the glyphs coming out like right here. And then there's a little circle right here. And then there's a smaller circle over here. And this one branches off into a different little area right here. But it also goes forward. But it also stops a little before that one, so right here. And that one branches off into a big circle. And then it goes into a big diamond. Wait, that's not straight enough. Alright. Big diamond. And this one, which is also apparently a diamond. I'm not entirely sure. Some of these are just diamonds. Maybe they're all diamonds. Mine diamonds. A lot of diamonds. A lot of, yeah. Anyway. Diamonds. Lots of them. You want them? You need them. They're diamonds. And then this one kind of goes over here and does its own thing with another little diamond that it found. Left its wife for a younger diamond. This one should probably go a little further. This is probably copyrighted things that I'm singing. Alright. And then this goes up here for another little diamond. A lot of little diamonds. And then it curves up here to end with a very small, minuscule, almost putrid little diamond. So there are the glyphs. And now I need to add the runes, which I can barely see, so this is going to be a rough estimate. So there's O, and then there's column, and then there's fucking, I don't know, that, Then another O. Then an N, kind of. Then an H. And then an E. And an I. And the O is closer to down here, and the column is probably closer to right there. Why the fuck? What does this mean? And then column, and also fucking nope. Column needs to be further away, as does this thing. And column. All right. There we go. It says, now I can't read it anyway. Let's see. Now, if I was to do this, which is stuff. That kind of works as the Blades of Chaos. Well, a blade, I should say. This is where the chain goes in, so... Pretty terribly drawn chain link, but we'll allow it for now. And then... I need to extend that a little bit if it's going to work as a chain. And then there's that. It's an anemic chain. Basically dying of hunger chain. Let's fix that a little bit. There. That kind of works. Then we draw another one of these bad boys. Probably should have kept the chain link consistent in terms of size, but... Oh, that's a little too much for old Arrowhead, apparently. See, guys, this is why you practice. You want to be able to draw the Blades of Chaos when you need to. And this is fine. It's okay, but it's not, like, good, per se. Pretty sure I need to also move this entire thing down a little bit just to get it to actually be at the point where it's supposed to be on the handle. It's also why important to zoom out sometimes and check your perspective, everyone. Alright. Because the handle should be around the middle of the blade, and right now it's definitely not. Okay. So there's that. Back to YouTube just to check the chat. How's it going? Nothing there. All right. Okay, so now I need to move and reposition this. And probably also smush it up right here to get this to actually go to the part where it's supposed to be. If only the thing with the selection tool worked with the pen properly all the time. As opposed to only when it feels like it. Alright, there's that, and I missed the horn. Never mind. I somehow cut off part of that little skull face thing's horn. Need to move this more like right here. Yeah, that works. That kind of works. Alrighty then. Alright, that came out decently. For a sketch. If I was doing this as actual artwork, I would be shot. Let's make the head a little more head-like there. Just gonna correct it in waves. Give him little teeth just to make him a little bit more menacing. Arrgh. Give him some angry eyes, because he's an angry little snake. Alright. This thing apparently has some detail, or probably should make this a little wider. This thing apparently has some detail around here that's kind of like this shape. And that's about all I can really see on this low-res picture I got. And there's also kind of an edge to the serpent. Let's see. What else can I... That kind of works. That said, these should not be going out of this zone. And then this part needs to get completely in line and also stop looking like a dick. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and warp this bad boy onto the size that I need it to be. Size and shape, for that matter. Just gonna keep dragging and dropping till I get to the point where it's supposed to be. And it's supposed to be pretty round. It's also supposed to be pretty, girthy, as it were. So... Not quite that round, though. That's more like... More like that. Sure. Okay, well, now that I have a sketch done, I could probably do an actual, like... piece now. Let's see, let's set the opacity down. Let's see. What brush do I want to use for this bad boy? Let's go with, sure, this one. Nope, not quite. Kinda looks the same as my other one, but this one's actually bigger. And inkier. You guys made me ink. Nope, that should be flatter. Nah, not quite. Too shaky. And then... Nope, shaky. Alright. Gonna have that be pointy, edgy, the way it should be. Then just have this kind of flouncing around over here. Alright, there's that. I really liked God of War. Cannot wait for God of War Ragnarok, personally. Thought it was a fantastic game with a fantastic, you know, set of characters, story. Very little about it I didn't like. I also felt the RPG system with the armor and all that was a little tacked on, but at the same time, it's like... It was never so restrictive that it kept me from doing stuff like in the game normally, like the story or whatever. Really, I think one of the only reasons to actually bother leveling anything is to fight the Valkyries at the end. So all things considered, I don't think it was that much of a problem. No. This should be more like... Gonna give him a little anime twinkle there in the eye. 'Cause why not? It's my practice and I decide the twinkle of anime stuff. Thought I could freehand that circle. I was wrong. Alright. Nope. That segment's bad. Do 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 that. Do 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 and fuck. This is why I draw on segments, people. This is why I draw on segments. Nope. Let's try going from this way. Nope. That's not good, but I can build off of it. Let's see. There's that. That's almost a circle. That's kind of functional. As a circle. As opposed to not. Now. Oh yeah, did anyone else play the that new limited time game mode in Apex? The one with the shadow people? I like that one. I think it's kind of a fun way to keep people in the fight, but also not, like... Like, I don't think I rage quit as hard in that as I do with, like, normal Apex. Because normal Apex, you die once, you're down for the entire match. This time you can at least do stuff. I kind of like that, to be honest. I'm not saying they should make it a mainstay in like the normal mode, but I don't know. Personally, I enjoy it. I find it kind of fun. Yep. And then there's this tail with a few... Wait, does the tail actually have anything spiky on it at all? I've been delusional. It had nothing. There was nothing there at all. Add some little line weight there. Add some more little spiky spikes. No, not quite. Is Splendiferous Finch the name of a Harry Potter character? Because I feel like I've heard that name that sounds exactly like the name of a Harry Potter character. It sounds like something they would name one of the characters. Splendiferous Finch. Professor of, herbology or something. Who gives a shit? Let's take potions. Or whatever. But in an English accent. Because it's Harry Potter. Splendiferous Finch. I've kind of heard from some people that Harry Potter is kind of like the book series of England, to the point where a lot of kids in England treat it as like, oh, well, if you didn't do this, you basically don't have a childhood. Or something, or you didn't have it. And I kind of get that, but I've also met people like that in America. Where they just don't, like, believe anyone could possibly ever dislike Harry Potter. See a lot of themselves in it or whatever. I'm not entirely sure how it is. Personally, I'm not a enormous Harry Potter fan, but, like, I see the appeal. Magic is cool. Being able to talk to snakes would be pretty nice, but Atreus can already do that. Atreus is a parcel tongue. I mean, Atreus is an everything tongue, really, but, you know. Charge in my attack. Charge in my attack. Sometimes when I'm streaming, I have to remember that there are occasionally people watching, so I don't just start saying a bunch of random bullshit, which I kind of do anyways, but like worse. Like when I'm trying to explain is like, imagine, you know how I've just kind of been talking like the entire time, basically to myself. It's like that, but worse. And sometimes my family and my neighbors don't really know if I'm streaming or not just from the sounds. I probably messed up the... No, that I wanted to keep. Don't really know if I'm streaming or not. And that almost concerns me. But it mostly doesn't. Mainly because I don't care. long as I'm not bothering anyone, I'll keep talking to myself, because why wouldn't I? That's the way it goes. Do 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 do. And that eye is going to be all black, so let's just might as well color that in now. I will say I kind of like this brush, but I do feel like it's a little too clean, to be honest. I kind of like the roughness of pencil-like brushes. Maybe I'll go over this again in one of those. You can see a lot of that in my other art that I've done, like the speed drawing stuff like that. I usually use some kind of like pencil-y brush, just because I like the way it looks. Not that there isn't a market for like the more refined style. I think there's plenty of room for it, but like overall, I think what was I talking about? Oh yeah, brushes. I think overall, did I lose my train of thought twice in a row? Man, something is wrong with me. Overall, about brushes, I do prefer the more, I guess, less sanitary look is the way I would say it, because of stuff. Just because it has a little bit more character, you know? It's got a bit more story built into it. It's got gumption. It's got moxie. Spirit, or whatever you want to say, really. Alright. Got some blade action here. I just keep messing that up. Super zoom. You all excited? You're all excited for the new episode of Spy Family coming soon? Started up again last week, and boy, oh boy, is it kicking ass. Already. I really like the dog. Already. Obviously, it's like, oh, of course you like the dog, but like, I like the dog. Dog is nice. He's a good boy. You gotta appreciate the sort of happy, warm series like that kind of getting a bit more of the limelight. I like it. Wow, that is hard. I need to improve, or I'll never make nationals. As the kids say, I guess. I don't know. Don't know where that joke came from, and unfortunately everyone's watching live, so... Or, well, I'm doing this live, more like. So I can't just cut it out. That's one of the not perks about live streaming that I kind of miss about, normal content making. That I can't just cut out all the parts that I didn't like. But at the same time, at the very least, when I'm doing this, I can just as easily just say the joke again, get a better take, and that's how that happens sometimes. If you ever see me, if you ever hear me say the joke like twice, it's probably because I'm trying to get a better like clipper moment, sort of thing. Hopefully adding some line weight to direct the eyes away from the terrible parts of this thing will help. Because holy shit, something has to. And for those of you wondering, oh, why isn't he using smoothing? I do have smoothing on, and boy oh boy, is that not going the way I thought it would. Oh well. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see what else. Let's go for the blade now. After we add little spikes and the little goblin snake over here. I want to keep the lines for the edge of the blade pretty thin. To kind of keep with the idea that it's a very thin sort. Well, not very thin, because it's, you know, these blades are pretty thick. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of mass between the edges. A lot of mass. Like, if you look at them in game, honestly, it's a wonder why he doesn't use these things to cut down trees. They're basically like handheld, like, well, I guess all things are handheld, but like, I was gonna say like handheld axes, but you know, generally axes are handheld to begin with. Speaking of weaponry, does anyone else know about the like the javelin missile? There was a thing when I was a kid, and I thought the javelin was like a spear, which it is, but it's also the name of a kind of missile. So when I played like, I think it was some kind of like, I think it was Call of Duty or something, and they had the javelin in that, I was like, oh hey, it's a spear. They added a spear to Call of Duty. Nope, it's a rocket launcher. It fucking eviscerates people. Because it's a rocket launcher. No joke, it can slay men. It's like from Always Sunny when they're looking for a manslayer gun. That's one to go for. Because it can destroy people, much like the Blades of Chaos, which destroyed Kratos' life. And also almost all of his enemies. It's also kind of funny that they brought back the Blades of Chaos after the first game, where he kind of lost them. I bet a lot of people thought it was going to be like the Blades of the Exile, but I guess those broke during the third game or something. So we couldn't quite use those. Wasn't exactly an option. But now, he's got these back. These bad boys. It's kind of got a cruel twist of irony that the things that lost him his first family helped him protect his second. Kind of like he's making right in his past mistakes, in a way. Or at least learning not to repeat them. It's always a nice message to kind of get from that. There's also how, well, I won't say too much else about the game, because this isn't a game stream, it's not a spoiler stream, so I'm just gonna hold off on that one for now. Kind of messed up that line, but I can fix it. Almost. I need to practice more. That's what I need to do. Do. Got the two little mini bumps right here. Nope, not quite like that. It's a straight line until you get to the bump, and then it's a little spike. Hey, how does this look? Eh. Oh well. Oh yeah, I heard the other day that they're making a sequel to Cyberpunk 2077 over at CD Projekt Red. Gotta say, I welcome it, personally. I've heard some people saying that they're jumping off the first game to go make a new one, and, you know, I kind of get that, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of potential there to make a really good sort of game, like the one they should have made the first time. And of course, I'm not going to pre-order it after the last disaster, but, overall, I'd like to give them another chance. And if they fail this one, I will never believe in them again. Because why would I at that point? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, also shame on you, but also shame on me slightly because I should have seen it coming, which is the point of that joke. Last one ended a little bit weirdly. Alright, there's that. It's kind of what it ought to be. Now on to the most accursed part of the entire thing. The handle. Which I don't like drawing. Nope. Nope. It. No, I think that's supposed to be rounder. Do 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 do. All right. Let's probably also supposed to be a little bit taller to match the other things on the side. And then, just down here. To be fair, I do feel like Cyberpunk 2077, at least, like, gameplay-wise, doesn't feel that bad. It's just me, but personally, I don't hate it. Now, is it the greatest game I've ever played? No, not by a long shot. But I feel like it gets a lot of flack for stuff it, like... I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do think the gameplay is not too bad. Not too shabby there. Well, it's kind of like... When it comes to shooting, it does have a lot of, like, a lot of really good games with really good guns to, follow up with. Or to compete with, I should say. Because the key problem as I see it is that most of the guns in 2077, at least at the moment in the game that I'm at, don't really feel, like, amazing to shoot. Maybe it's just because they're, like, common weapons, basically. They're not meant to be, like, the, super good, super iconic, like, oh, I love this gun, sort of gun. But I do feel like even in Destiny 2, the worst guns still feel kind of nice, you know? I think part of that's maybe just, like, the gunplay of Destiny. How it's, like, really good. That said, I do think Cyberpunk might do swords slightly better. If only because swords in Destiny 2 are just like, like, they're good, don't get me wrong, but, like... They basically make you fly, which is fun and all that, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But it's not like a sword, you know? That said, usually with how big the swords are in Destiny 2, they probably should make you fly just a little bit. Just because they're usually huge. And then over here, got these two little stripe things. Just like Stripe from Gremlins, who was the main villain. Mohawk was the villain of Gremlins 2. And no one really liked Gremlins 2. Like, some people might say they do, but I feel like everyone who says they like Gremlins 2 likes it ironically. I'm one of those people. And it's not like I hate it, but... I mean, let's be real here, guys. It wasn't good. In the standard sense of what good is, for the most part. Okay, now, let's see. No, not that. No, it feels too lopsided. That's about right. Just need to fix this. Alright. Then raise this a bit. There's that. Now, let's see. This little thing is kind of black right here, which is how it should be. Kind of. Alright, that's decent. And then... Alright. No, alright. I messed up the angle on this one. Just need to... Okay, this is definitely not steep enough. This shouldn't be as curved. Should be a little more straight. Alright. And then, let's see. This should be a bit more that way. Let's try... Yeah, let's try going from here. That's kind of worked for us. Do... Art is difficult if you're trying to do it properly, which I kind of am and also kind of not. Come on, come on. Alright, so the angle on most of that is wrong. Let's see. Alright, let's try that. There we go. That's probably okay. Until it's not. Okay. I think that's technically everything on this part of the blade, at least. Actually, wait, no. Got the little thingy right here. It's always a little thingy. This little decal thing. There is... something like that. And then... that right there, and then it's also surrounded by that kind of. There we go. That's kind of what it looks like in a cosmic sense. I suppose I've drawn worse things. 70's called in with their live stream back. Oh, yeah? I bet. I mean, it seems to be fine on my end. I don't know how it is for you guys, and I'm sorry if it's bad, but, like, can't really do much if it's on YouTube's fault. Might as well get the, red lines going here. Go with a bit of an orangey red. Do this on a separate layer. There we go with that. All right. Ba. And then also this thing over here, and until I put the glyphs in at the top of this thing, this is one of the last little line art things I've got to do. Alright. What appears to be a small circle. Some kind of column of some variety. Two little, I don't even know, parabolas? I don't know, math. An N, kind of. An H. Or a sideways I, depending on how you look at it. An E. And an actual I. Alright, that'll work. It's not great, but it'll work. Let me just go ahead and add some line weight. Ink it up the way it ought to be. Gotta measure twice, cut once, as it was. Unless you're me, at which point you measure several times, you cut numerous times because you basically forgot what you measured, and then you're stuck. A bit. but not really though. Like, kind of a problem, but not to the greatest effect. Let's see. Let's add some detail to that. Do 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 do. Ba ba da bo ba la da ba da ba da bo. I'm a scat man. Do 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 do. This might be the least entertaining stream I've ever done. But the day is not over yet, folks. Day is not over yet. I can certainly do worse. Okay, all right. Got some line weight. Ladies love the line weight. It adds dimension and power to a drawing. Just gotta keep on drawing on. Add more and more line weight. Enough line weight to the point where Goku can't even bench press it. You see, that's a joke about weight being weight or something, I don't know. I am out of comedy when my brain is in draw mode. I could make this a silent stream and it'd probably be better than it is, but that's not the point. The point is, we're all here together. And in that together, we are stuck. You guys ever think about the song Sign from Naruto Shippuden? Because I do. A lot. I like it for the most part, but I think it's also a pretty good match between the themes of the arc it was for and also for just how good the song was. You know? The lyrics and the point of the arc. Overall, I'd say it's a good match. Because, like, and all the pain was to protect you and see you one last time or something. And we know why that is if you've seen Naruto. If not, honestly go watch it. Naruto's not actually that bad. It's a lot of flack, and some of it is deserved, but overall I think it's a pretty solid show, and I think it is given a little too much hate. That said, most of you have probably already seen the fight scenes on YouTube, and some would argue that's even all you need to see for Naruto, so, you know, Do as you will. Hmm. You know, I probably could have just done an inner shadow or an outer shadow or something like that that goes off the bottom of this thing, but waste the fun in that. I could also do one of those later if I feel the need to This actually came out decently. Add a little more over here. Maybe I'm not terrible at drawing weapons. I mean, I don't think this is good, but it still wound up better than most of what I do. Now to add color. The real bitch of this whole thing. Now when it comes to doing like dark blacks and stuff, I try to go for more of a slight blue to it, just because I feel like if it was just stark, dark black, then it would like not look good. But of course I might be alone in that. Now this is where I'm going to work on shading the metal properly, because I've had trouble with that in the past. Now, the blunt part of the blade, this little flat side right here, isn't too reflective in the game, but the edges are very reflective. So my drawing needs to reflect that. I thought that was funny. Anyway. Whew. This is what it's like to be both tired and a little unhinged. You start saying stuff, you don't know if you mean it, you don't know if anyone can hear it, but you're saying stuff. If a tree falls in the forest but no one is around to hear it, yes, the tree is still streaming. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've lost my mind to the art and I'm coloring the part of the blade I wasn't supposed to. Of course. All right. Something I kind of want to do at some point is try to do those, like song mashups, kind of like Triple Q does. So I've got a few ideas, and they're probably not good ideas, but they're ideas. I think the whole point is to find two songs that have a pretty similar, like rhythm or BPM, and I feel like that's a pretty cool thing to be able to do. Now, I have basically no ear for how good or bad music is, for the most part. Like, I like what I like, and that's about it. That looks okay. And then we, outer glow, no, not that. Needs to be a little more reddish. And a bit more of a softer glow, kind of. Plenty of size, not a lot of spread. There we go. Now we can rasterize the layer style, get rid of that. There we go there. Now let's see, what else? I think I want to do the same color for the hilt. Good. Got that collected. Just gonna put it on the same layer because it's the same color and why not? Let's see. Yeah, this is my coloring method, by the way. It's to, just circle the thing, then fill it in. And then I'll get to the rest of that later. I'll shade it and stuff. This too, but also less so. So, let me... Yeah, then the gold layer will go on top of this, and then I can fix all this from there. All right. Now, the gold color. What color should I go with specifically? Gonna take a little bit of experimenting. I still don't really have much of an eye for color. No, that feels like it's the wrong... That also feels wrong. I mean, if it's gonna be a metal, it shouldn't be too bright or saturated, but at the same time... It needs to be a little bit saturated, you know? I'll erase that in a moment. Just gonna color in these teeth. These teethsies. I think teeth is my favorite word, like teeth with an F. Is one of my favorite things to hear, like, my younger relatives say. That's because it sounds funny to me. Teeth. I lost 3 teeth today. And it's like, oh, good for you for losing your teeth. I lost all of my teeth ages ago. Kinda wish I still had some teeth, honestly. Have you guys ever seen the skull of a toddler? That shit is terrifying. Looks like a goddamn, like, predator, you know? Like from Alien and Predator. They don't look human, but they are. And they've just got all those extra teeth. Why? Who knows? Some horrid creature in our like evolutionary past managed to just get born with a lot of teeth, and no one stopped them. In fact, that trait was selected. Why? What are we, sharks? Well, some of us are, but not all of us. Bullshit. Y'all ever been to a wedding? Because I've been to a wedding a few times, and, I've never really had, like, a good time at a wedding, I don't think. But I also don't know what a good time at a wedding would technically be. Like, usually it's just sitting out in, like, the hot sun, baking, while a few of your friends or relatives, I guess, like, tell each other that they're gonna be, like, really nice to each other? I don't fucking... I mean, ideally, at some point, I will be the one on the altar, but, you know, it's... I don't really want to, like, force people who I know to go through that, just because it's kind of like a hassle of a process. Like, don't get me wrong, I like my friends, but I'm not entirely sure if I'd want to be invited to, like, every wedding, you know? Just because, you know, you kind of have to go, and sometimes it's kind of expensive to get, like, a plane trip out there. If they live close, then it's fine, but, like, I don't know. At some point, I think I start to be more trouble than I'm worth. And I need to, not be that. Alright. Got this little thing right here. Okay, there's that. You know what I want to play on stream at some point? Different games, because a lot of the games that I'm playing right now are like shooters or just kind of general action games. I need something that's a bit like different, you know? Maybe like something simple. Or more Mario Kart. I could also do more Mario Kart. That's always an option. Granted, everyone kind of does, but well, it's variety. Plus, Mario Kart gets pretty good views. I like Mario Kart. It's a fun game. I'm terrible at it, as some of you saw from that one stream, but I do like it. I do find it fun. Let's even this out. There, and then also here. Yeah, well, that'll kind of do. That'll kind of do, pig. That'll kind of do. Now, let's add the luster to the metal. Luster. I think this is how you do that. And then you add like a really bright layer on top of it. With a few little spotty spots. That's kind of lustery, I think. Hold on, let me... Drawing metal highlights. Let's look up a guide for this one. Hmm. Now this is a bit rounder technically, so... Something kind of like this should work, but... Let's make it a little more diffused, shall we? And then... Something kind of like that. That should work. Why not? Sure. Just gonna add that a little bit around. Do 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 ba da da bo bo ba da bo. Dip 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 boo ba ba da ba da 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 do 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 do. This metal on the hilt right here and stuff, this is not very reflective material. But some of the other parts of the blade are. And that's not great as far as texturing goes. So let's add some more little, like... That's, It definitely looks wrong, but at the very least I can tell what it is. So let's see, what can I do to improve this? Let's try going solid a little bit. That kind of works. Granted, it's not, like, spectacular or spectrum-tacular or anything, but it'll do its job. Now I ought to give some color to the sharp part of the blade. Get that all reflecty and stuff. Now, this part is normally very light already, so I don't really need to do too much to it to make it more that way. I mean, really, like... What can I say but it's shiny? Maybe I can even post this as a speed drawing later if it comes out not terribly. And this only took like, what, 2 hours? It's not that bad. It's also not spectacular. I will say about God of War, it's really interesting to see Kratos go from a character who is basically blind with rage and losing his goddamn mind at most things to a character like he is now in God of War 4, where he's still not, like, super understanding, but, like, he's getting there. Slowly being a bit more personable. And a bit less of an HR complaint. Though different for most reason that a lot of characters go for HR complaints, him, it's not sexual harassment, it's just being, horrifically obtuse. I suppose would be the term. I don't want him to hear me saying that, because I do not want to die. Not that he would kill over an insult, but... I mean... I don't want to chance it. I do not want to chance it. It is interesting, though, that Kratos is a family again. It's nice for him. Now this is very reflective, so the lines are going to have to be a lot sharper. Hell, they might as well basically be straight up white. Just have all this going up here, and then I'll add some more stuff below it in a sec. Let's go for a drop shadow a little bit. God damn it. Wait, did I... Hold on. Yep, drew it on the wrong layer. God damn it. Okay. Now I will do it properly. Alright, now I will add a decent drop shadow. Let's add an inner shadow on this layer. Make the angle the opposite. Extend the distance a bit. Change the color to a deeper blue. And the mode to normal. Yeah, we want no choke. Plenty of size. Then on this layer, another one. Maybe I need to separate the, this part from the other part. Hold on. There. Alright. Layer via... Let's say copy for now. Alright, now this can get its own inner shadow that's ideally a different shade. And also a bit less, that. Alright. Same thing with the gold. I should probably put one on there as well. There. Alright. Inner glow. No, not inner glow, inner shadow. That's it. I did forget the two little white streak sort of things right around there. Let's see. I want the gold part to have a bit more of a texture to it. So let's go with a pattern overlay. And let's go with something that makes it a bit harder to discern the actual color of that. No, that's a little too dark. That's not quite it. Let's see. Dissolve. No, how about overlay? Classic overlay. That's possibly decent. That's more for the other one. Let's see. No. Actually, that's kind of what I'm going for. Just need to go for more like... That's a little too shiny. Let's try that. Let's test that out, see how that feels. And then for this one, let's go ahead and separate out the handle from the blade part of the black. Probably should have done that first, but well, here we are. Let's go pattern overlay and go for something more like vivid light. No, that's bad on this one. Soft light. That kind of works. Gives it a little bit of texture without being, like, overwhelming. Gives it some feeling. And Photoshop is starting to lag a bit, so this is probably a decent stopping point. I think this went kind of decently. Now... God damn it, it changes the direction for the drop shadow for everything? Not too happy about that one. Oh well. Let's see, what else? What else do I want to change? I guess maybe the color of the blades. Like the blade part of the blade. The edge. Let's go with pattern. Let's try the water one. Put it more on color dodge. Makes it a little too bright. Soft light, vivid light, hard mix? I don't know. Hard light. Color burn. Again, a little too bright. Actually, now it looks like it changes basically nothing. Linear light. Nope. Pin light? Hard. No. Difference. That kind of looks cool. Not as bright as I'd like, but... Actually, yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, that's probably about as good as that's going to get. It's also been like 2 hours, so... Look at that. Well, everyone, I've been Arrowhead. This has been a fantastic little drawing stream. I think I made a decent little bit of progress here as far as being able to draw weapons and whatnot. As long as I got a reference, it should be fine. My next stream is this Sunday with more Fallout New Vegas, and I hope to see you all there. I know that's a pretty popular one. I like that game. It's got the same sort of Bethesda feeling, but like, it's nice that it's not like exactly the same as every other. Like, I haven't played a Fallout game in a while, so it's kind of a nice little change of pace. I enjoy that. I hope you all enjoy it too. I have been Arrowhead. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening, and goodbye for now.